So in our meetup get-togethers, people were asking about, many people suffer feeling I'm not good enough. And yeah, and so we had this discussion about how uh, Buddha did teach us to make self-improvement or to find the courage to confront our shortcomings or limitations or yeah, flaws, like we read in the saying a day today, 22nd day of the month. So the person who knows fear yet fears it not is a person of true courage. We can interpret this in different ways, but knowing fear, it doesn't feel good to look at our shortcomings or flaws. That's why if our manager or supervisor points out our flaw, or if they expect us to do something differently, um, yeah, some people are very sincere, but for most people, it's not easy to hear it sincerely. We want to object or talk back that I have this reason and that reason. That's why I am the way I am. So change is very hard, or transformation is not easy. Um, yeah. So many people, I think they just spread the idea that yeah, you are good just as you are. Actually, there is some truth to that because that's the Buddha of immeasurable life does see us like that. You are good as you are, or just come as you are, just the way you are. You don't have to change yourself. You don't have to add anything to yourself or subtract anything, just as you are. I know who you are and what have brought you to this point. I know about all your karmic burdens or karmic tendencies. We all have certain tendencies of karma. I know all about that. So just entrust yourself to me. Board my ship. I made a ship for you because I know you cannot carry all your karma, heavy karma by yourself. So just board the ship. Let me lift you on this vast ocean of tribulations. So there is some truth to that, but it doesn't mean as a human being in everyday life, so we just accept ourselves as we are and we don't care about making improvements. That's not the message. Of course, if someone is suffering from traumas or they're experiencing grief, they're at the very low point. They don't need to worry about self improvement during that period of time. All they need is compassion and tenderness. Of course, that's very natural. Self compassion only. Uh, but we cannot remain in that stage for too long because we also need wisdom. So, compassion alone is not enough. We need to have wisdom. Wisdom is the strict side of the Dharma. For example, the truth of impermanence. Everything is fleeting and it's changeable and it has a beginning point and an ending point. That kind of strict. We don't want to hear that too much. It's unsettling, but we need to hear the truth, even if it's strict. So the art of living is how we balance that compassion, the soft side, that yeah, you are good as you are. You are valuable, you are worth the way you are. You don't have to add or subtract anything. So we need to have that kind of self-esteem or sense of self-worth, but we cannot remain in that stage. So, how do we grow? So, in the Contemplation Sutra, Buddha taught three ways we can constantly make improvements and progress so we reach the point of enlightenment. And I was very moved. Yuichi shared this with us in the meetup last night. And yeah, so Buddha taught in the Contemplation Sutra. So these three types of virtue, he called them virtues or three blessings. So the first one is to take good care of our parents and engage in the 10 good deeds, 10 good deeds, which are the opposite of 10 bad deeds, such as greed. So do the opposite, generosity. Anger is not good, so the opposite of it is patience. That's a good deed. And ignorance or foolishness, jealousy is not good. Opposite of it is increasing our wisdom, cause and effect. If I create the same good cause, I can get the same good effect. I don't have to be jealous of people's success. And then there are other ones that we can go over for the 10 good deeds. And then the second virtue is, um, mm, oh, I forgot the second one. And the third one is to deeply believe in the law of cause and effect and guide other people to the Dharma. And actually, as we go down the list, it gets harder. So, this third one is the hardest virtue or blessing because deeply believing in the law of cause and effect, that means you keep planting seeds and you don't get the harvest, but you don't get disappointed. Why? Because you believe deeply in the law of cause and effect. Seeds planted will surely grow. Um, yeah. If we don't believe in the law of cause and effect deeply, we are more after good effects. We stand above the law of cause and effect, and we expect to get the results quickly or whenever we wish. So we're not believing in the law of cause and effect deeply. We are following our own desires or wishes. Yeah, so that's very difficult. Actually, the most difficult thing in the world, it was in the chant book that we recited in Japanese. The most difficult thing in the world is to believe in the Dharma and empower people around us also to understand the Dharma. There is nothing more difficult than that. Yeah, those were the words of Master Shantao. Yeah, so similarly, there are three types of Nembutsu also, so we can maybe read that another day. But yeah, today's Tuesday. We're gonna have Hattori Sensei's class at 7 p.m. and have a wonderful Tuesday, everybody. Take good care. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Peter.
Thank you, guys.